Don't worry, I'm here. I'm here. I'm just eating something. So no worries. Mmm. Just a little bit of extra. Had some delicious teriyaki burgers. They were delicious. Wowie. There we go. Alright, so, let's do a little... Ow, my ear. Ow. What's up with my ear? Stop it, ear. Thank you. Alright, so... I'm just gonna make sure we're actually where we're supposed to be. Hold on 1 second, then we can... How about we just keep going? Let's not sit still. As the last chapter's title said, fortune favors the bold. We gotta go for it. Okay, cool. We are where we are supposed to be. Or as those cool guys from System Shock 2 said, we are. Communism, I don't want to hear about it. I do appreciate that System Shock 2 is ultimately about the enlightened centrist, telling communism and capitalism they're big losers, while providing no argument as to what should be done otherwise. Just gonna blow everything up and call it quitsies. As a true action hero should. I don't want politics in my video games. I guess in that way it's the perfect video game for people who don't like politics, because you're just blowing them up. That's all you're doing. That's the extent of the commentary. Go to hell. All right. How about we just get to it? No delays, no dilly dallies. Recording has started, so let's just get going, buddies. Chapter 14, Making the Distance. Should I be going the distance? Who knows? Clever titles come in many shapes and sizes. The rest of the period passed, stuck staring at the capture of a certain Vladivostok cow auction forum, and because I was listening to Fang, strumming a mellow rhythm that carried so much nostalgia to it, as the rest of the classmates just ignored her. Again, just adding a just ignored her can add so much character to this. It's nothing. Come on! Like, what bothers me about... Like, I haven't mentioned this, and I feel like I should probably explain it. I have nothing against you wanting to implement goofy anime bullshit, right? If you really want to have a character do a little sparkle with their glasses, go ahead. But do something with it. Dress it up. You can't just describe the activity in a flat way and let that be it. Anon is a fucking weeb. Have him describe what he thinks he sees in that way, in that colorful, fun way. Instead of making it sound like he just needs to wash his glasses. Because they're covered in schmutz. Only half a year of this, and I could tell how she felt. You mean like the last half year? I hope we didn't just do it 1 half year time drop in the rest of the period. Lost. Confused. Alone. Elaine. Oh no, Squidward. Squidward, what are you doing in the space between spaces? You're not an eldritch monster yet. By the time fairy period was over, you mean the fake furry period. It's technically music period, and you should probably be clear about that because, you know, it's just good writing to remind someone at the beginning of a new chapter what the fuck you're even doing. It's just good practice. Like, that's a big thing about... Okay, here's the thing, right? If you're writing an actual book, and chapter stops and the next page chapter begins, fine! But this is a thing that was read by people while it took like weeks for an update to come out. Days. You kind of want to stay on top of that at that point, because people can remember stuff if they're like, I'll read the book later, compared to, I don't know when I'm going to be able to pick this book up. Yeah, this is a mental switch. I want to be more conscious of that, be more class conscious. in general, again, it's just good policy to remind your reader what the fuck you're doing. Because re-establishing that clarity means they're more in the scene. Otherwise, they're just like, okay, but what fucking room is this taking place in? Which has happened in this a couple of times at this point. Which is why I'm putting an extra thick stamp on top. By the time free period was over, Fang quietly hung up the borrowed guitar, sitting off the chair. You mean she sets off the chair because she's setting off to go. You don't sit up. Like, sitting is the activity of being down. You don't go up in a sitting. That's standing up. You're standing up. You're not sitting off her chair and walking towards the exit. And I guess I couldn't keep quiet any longer. Hey! Fang stopped right before she reached the door, frowning as she looked at me. Then she very harshly asked, "What do you want?" I paused for a moment, collecting my thoughts, before putting on a smile and nudging towards the guitars. "Those were some beautiful tunes you were playing just now." The monochrome pterodactyl blinked. So, like, I think something that kind of needs to be pointed out, that I think a lot of reincarnation stories kind of miss out on. Anon did date Fang for like a couple of months, which isn't long, but as a teenager, it probably meant a lot more than they think of it. You would imagine he would have picked up some names in his head that he would cling to, like some endearing names, instead of just Fang and monochrome pterodactyl. Like, he already knew her name is Lucy. Like, he's suddenly very polite about this, which does not fit Anon at all. In his head, and like in a lot of it was very strenuous, and people were just kind of putting up with him. Actually, I don't remember if he said in Snoot Game, or if he just adapted with it. I don't think it just brought it up all that much. Although I guess there's some conversations I could look up real fast, but let's move on. Let's just presume things are fine and I'm overreacting. It is the safe answer, after all. It's the answer that gets you going faster. You bingus. It's the answer you give as a game master, because the game's slowing down. Because you're looking at a book. Why are you playing D&D if you can't remember the fucking rules, you dinkus? Play something else. Get more comfortable. Build up mind palace you need. Play Slug Blasters. Play Yelled. They're fun. They're great. Have some fun. Play Ironclaw. No, I really have an angry fist about Ironclaw. The monochrome pterodactyl blinked. Had a slight tilt and a frown growing. Oh, I get it. She began to approach me as I froze up in my... for some reason I thought Anna was there. No, it's her that's leaving, you bingus. Stooping with an angered scowl. "You must think you're a real clever asshole. Why is that with a cap uppercase A? Anna, you have a new nickname! Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I was stunned as she pointed her claw at me, digging into the fabric of my... No, that's not pointing. That's straight up just jabbing a finger at you. "You heard me," she growled. A few students chuckling on the way out. Fang glaring at them before turning attention back to me. "Last warning. Don't bother me again." She turned around, and before I could even say a word, she gave me one last furious look before leaving the room. She is 100% going to text Trish about, yeah, here. She. Like, if you're gonna call her she, why stick to the name Fang? It's like, you want a goth tarot girlfriend or not, buddy? I mean, that is pretty much how he does it in the original game, if I recall correctly. But still, like, come on, Anna, which one do you want? I do appreciate that when he grows up, he's like, "Oh man, Fang, you're wearing something a little bit, you know, suited for the cold weather, I guess." Although I guess dinosaurs eventually will be colder before they're warm, so they would wear sweaters even in warmer weather, wouldn't they? 100% going to text Trish about our interaction just now. I guess that must have been one of those "the worst she can do is say no" moments, as I try to process what the fuck just happened. Was she this angry? I mean, it's been like 20 years, man. Nobody can blame you. Was she this angry when I met her in my past life? Why did Fang think I was being sarcastic? Why did I come to that conclusion? Well, in your first life, you were a completely asocial bingus. Here, I think you just need to ham it up a little more in the right direction. And if Anon says something that private or only know of it closely, yeah, he knows a lot. So weird. I placed a hand on the side of my head, shaking my head before putting my hand back down, realizing I had possibly found my answer, holding the scaly palm open as I stared at it. Right. I wasn't Anon, the loser loner, skinny transfer student anymore. I was Anon, but none of the above. But none of the above, you mean? Like, I'm correcting a lot of this stuff because the flow is just hot garbage. But whatever. Not even sure what the cat... You're just a scaly, my man. You're a furry. Accept it. Not sure what to categorize myself as only that. You're just a saurian, man. Like, you're a Chad athlete. You and Nasser are like two hands on one belly, as they say in Dutch. If he blurts sweet, hell yeah, he's so dead. But yeah, like, if you look at it in context, Anon is a Chad. He's Nasser at this point. He's a cool, charismatic guy that everyone at school thinks is kind of neat. If anything, Fang could relate more to the former than the latter. In a viewer, must be some freakishly tall weirdo who was friends with a brother. You know, the cool guy that everyone likes at school. The aforementioned being someone she also hated at the moment. Added in a bit of Trish's influence, that was always present. And by Fang's perception, how could a dinosaur like me truly be hololytic music? Compared to before, the distance between us never felt any bigger. Or greater, you can keep greater. But even so, I lowered my hand, stuck staring forward. I kept thinking about that thing that guy said to me like 15 years ago, and he said, I'm so cool for remembering it this time. Because I'm not a Mary Sue, stop saying that. Oh yeah, I need to bring up the bingo. Because we need to talk about the bingo. I'm just going to open paint, and we're just going to open it in paint, and we're just going to open it in paint. Why do I keep saying that? Because I just like it. Okay, I just like it. Hold on, I'm opening paint. We're doing this. You know, normally when people make bingo lists and stuff, they usually include like a little, hey buddy, old pal, friend, old chum, chum. It's fanboy and chum chum. Fanboy and chum. I don't even know, man. They apparently turned down Adventure Time for that one. I'm still confused how the hell that happens. Yeah, I do want that, but I want to, like, trim it a lot. Why can't I capture it? Why can't you just capture... Why can't you just capture paint? It's fucking paint! Jesus. I'm not doing screen capture, because it's gonna fuck shit up. I know it. Ooh, well, whatever. I'll just fill it in and we'll make a picture out of it. So we have Sage, right? So the first thing is like, has Sage shown up? And the answer is yes. As far as we have been able to tell, Sage has in fact made an appearance, which means, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, that's all you need. How do I set brush thickness? I don't think I can. Oh, whatever. Why do you like this? Why can't I just make a thicker brush, Windows? Like, listen, Paint 3D was actually kind of cool, okay? Paint 3D actually had, like, some cool new fun features. And it's no longer, it's retired. It was actually kind of nice, because you could actually make big fucking brushes. Oh, there's it. It's on the side for some reason. Why is it over there? Anyway, we definitely have adding characters from Goodbye Volcano High. It's only been Sage and only as an offhand comment, but I'm going to count it. You made the move. You make the move, my man. There are no excuses. Is Reed gay? I mean, by definition, he kind of is, but we're gonna exclude characters from Puppet Pals. Surprisingly not. I'm surprised that's even a fucking square on this board. We have the free space, as always. You get that one for free. OCs and background characters. My god, the entire first half is OCs and background characters, if you really think about it, so we're gonna cross that one off. Fan kids, we don't have any. Self-insert of the author and or his friends. I don't know. I'm not gonna count the goofy characters that are just reference names, because they don't really work like that. Gary, Stu, Anon. Ugh. I mentioned it before. Anon's a Gary Stu. He just is. I don't give a shit what you think. The man has all the traits of someone who's a little bit too much and a little too... He doesn't have flaws. You need to have flaws for a character to be interesting because people like it. You gotta push through the dark times. That's the fun part. People like that part more than they like the part where he does the cool thing. And that's the problem with Anon, is that he just does the cool thing. And it never really feels like he has to do anything to get it. He just gets it because the moment says he gets it now. Flanderization. I originally wasn't going to cross this one off, because I kind of felt that for the most part, it was all right. A little askew, but it wasn't, like, offensively so. But by this point, we're gonna have to cross that one off. Sorry to tell you, buddy, I think you've gone a little too far. But that brings us to the big reveal. Bingo! Hold on, I'm gonna put this somewhere where we can take a look. We managed to do it. We have a bingo. Oh, that's the background. I can't use that for this. You can't use the fucking background. I will keep Go Little Dude Go forever. They get to stick around forever. Go Little Dude Go deserves it. Okay. Safi, where did you save that picture? I don't know. I thought it would save somewhere. It is apparently saved in video junk. Then why can't I find it? This is video junk, right? That's where I keep my stuff. Why isn't it here? There it is! In fact, it seems incapable of picking up any files in here. Let's put it in thumbnails maybe, and maybe it's just... How curious. It literally does not seem capable of picking up any image files. What is it doing? Is it doing like a search function or something? Just give me PNGs then? There it is. No, that's... I'm very confused by this. It seems incapable. Oh, there it is. I found it. Figured it out. There we go. Apparently it doesn't work with all files. I guess it was too many files. There you go. That's the bingo. That is not a good bingo, but I don't care. Like fan kits is gonna happen if you make them adults. Gay read is just like, the man is gay. I don't care. Puppet pals, I don't even know why that's such a big thing that it gets its own. A self-insert author or friends, that's a bit churlish, a bit childish to go after, if anything. And also, you know, you are an archive of our own, my man. What do you want? As for the rest, I'm 100% behind it. That yeah, we got a bingo. We have a bingo. Where'd everyone go? Bingo. Oh God, you were making... Let's make that joke. Anyway, everyone's fighting their own battles. Let's get back to that. It wasn't just that Fang needed support, but the others as well. Nasser, first and foremost, coming to mind. First and foremost, Nasser came to mind. If Fang wanted nothing to do with me for now, then that's fine. I wasn't going to try to force it. But if a more natural opportunity arrived, I'll be on it at once. But at the very least, I wanted to compliment her music. To have her know that I meant it from the bottom of my heart. You fucked that one up. I wanted to support Fang. I wanted to support Nasser. Did you ever really support Nasser in the main game, though? It was kind of just there for a lot of it. It was the least I could do for the both of them after what I had done and let happen. Standing up from my seat, I left the room, passing by the deeply asleep, the deeply somniatic Mr. Jingo. By the time school was finished, Olivia and I went home, unable to find Nasser after class, so we couldn't say goodbye. Which, dinner at home was quiet, despite the eventful day. Olivia was playing with the food again. Mom and Dad, of course, picked up on it pretty quick. So, how was the first day of school for you two? Edward asked, finishing chewing a morsel of pot roast as Olivia continued torturing a single stray piece of beef on her plate, poking holes in it with a fork. Good. Volcano High is a lot more modern than Mesozoic Private. You know, they have the modern racism. Their teachers are lazy layabouts. You know, they're real Democrats and everything. You know, modern. It's prettier, too. The classes are, I didn't really have a word to describe them. Settling on, you know, interesting. I looked to Olivia, her eyes catching mine, and then they went back down again. Before coming back... Stop it with the yo-yoing! Like, if you're gonna do stage direction, at least, like, listen. Nobody likes a fucking yo-yo, unless the point is that someone is looking back and forth between something. And in this case, that's not really the point. It's, she's already out of the moment. Why is she going back and then back again? Like, it means nothing. It's just... You're breaking up the motion. It was fine. After a few seconds of poking some other parts of her food, Olivia leaned her head against her hand. Different. It's not what I expected. Mom and Dad briefly looked at each other before turning to Olivia, Mom being the first to speak up. Was Nasser there? Whoops. The question had us stumped, the fork stopping in midair. Yeah, he was... She gently put her fork... Again, stage directions! If it doesn't mean anything, don't bother. Like, I get trying to do it. This slows down the scene, okay? It's cute if you're trying to slow down, that's intentional points, that everything comes to a crawl, and it's this deep moment. But I don't give a shit, and no one else does. Okay? When they say you gotta trim the fat, you gotta streamline your writing, this is what they're talking about. If you're gonna be nitpicky with your movements, like, I read books and like they don't do that. They just don't. You don't, because no one cares. No one wakes up at 5 in the morning and says something about that. They'll say, I really love that moment where she put the fork down. It was supposed to represent that she was disarming herself in the moment and exposing herself. She was no longer with the ornaments, her arms, that kind of stuff. But I guess it's supposed to show she's no longer distracted, but come on. That's already established by having her fork stop. You're doubling down in places you don't need to. But it's been 5 years. Yeah, thinking about it, I was originally like, where's the romance? And then I realized, it's been 5 fucking years, which... They're like, what, 16, 17? That's like a third of her fucking life. She hasn't seen this man for like half of her conscious existence. Of course she does. Things change. Is the crush even still there? How can you crush on someone for that? That's not how teen crushes work. I assure you. Unless you're a creep. That's not good either. Or, you're really mature for your age. But that's Anon. Anon's the one who's really mature for his age. Anon, please, don't crush on anyone for 10 years. I mean, technically, he still kind of is with Fang, right? Although, there's also the implication that he's doing it because he wants to help Fang. I would love it if the story is so tone-deaf to its own premise that it's like, Anna doesn't want to date anyone because he's technically, 20 years older than them, mentally. And then he still goes for fucking Fang. What are you doing? Fang is not 20 years older. She is not his age. If you want to make that work, Fang has to also be part of the time loop. That'd be fucking interesting and kind of neat, but you're not going to do that, so it's still fucking awkward. I'm not okay with someone who's 40 dating someone who's 18. Okay? Also, as someone who's 40, how can you like being near someone who's 18? Ugh, that's gotta be exhausting. Your back hurts, you can barely move, and she's just jumping off the roof. It's been 5 years since I last saw him, and I was happy to see him again, but I noticed that Nasser was dealing with a lot of stuff. As someone who's up to date, no comment. I don't like that. I don't like that. The crush so hard. Yeah, the migraine was actually her loving too much. She had too much love and not enough Nasser to give it to. Or maybe it was Anon. He used his as he reincarnated, gained brain powers and killed her legs so that he could have Nasser to him. I'm not gonna date Fang, but I will go for Nasser, who's technically 2 years younger in canon, which is even more awkward. That's an actual 20-year age difference, actually. Still, it's so weird they made him younger, but taller, and he seems like the oldest person around. It's so weird with that guy. Although, it does explain why he's like that. If he's 16, it does explain why he's a little weirder about a lot of social situations, especially with his dad. Because he has a bit of a weak spine in some places. He hasn't properly been to the age of 18 where he's sick and tired of dad. I've noticed the house has been dealing with a lot of stuff. I don't want to add to it. That is so mature. Jesus. Although, I mean, it could be she's evading him, and it's like, I don't want to emotionally bring myself through that again. But if she's legitimate about this, that's a really mature way of looking at things. Now is not the time for romance. That is something you talk about when you're 30 or 26, not when you're 16. Unless, again, she's actually... Wow. The guy's other fic, I wanna be the gator, is better. Wasn't that one written after this, though? It's hard to be worse if you come after. Or is that even on the reading list? Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the reading list. While we're doing this, I have to remind you, I really just like the sound effect of ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I don't know why, I just like it. Where's the reading list? Where are you, reading list? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Oh, there it is. Updated list. Thank you, Safi. I want to kiss that snoot is up here. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to ask you for $50 to do it, but on the other hand, I'd probably just do it for free. I'm very bad at this. I'm very bad at charging money. Let's see. I want to be... Oh, no, it's just want to be the gator. Maybe that's why I didn't find it, because I was looking at the first syllable. No, it's not on here. How long is it? It's not done, and it's every chapter is 10,000 words long minimum. Ooh. It's also post 1. Are we doing a time loop again? I like how nothing to something is slight AU, and I'm like, this is not a slight AU. This is reincarnation Anon in a completely different life. This is just an AU, my man. Don't even pretend. You're not fooling nobody. Also, isn't this technically done? Why is it not chapter 23 out of 23? Like, he said he was going to make the next part, right? Or is he just going to include it in one big book? In which case, I don't know, man. That word count's going to make everyone go, I'd rather read the Silmarillion. Here we go. Well, we got some lovely ones for this one. We got angst, suicide, depression, mental breakdown, ending one. Family, fluff, friendship, self-worth issue, slice of life, recovery, forgiveness, adventure, romance, slight AU. Drama, other additional text, suicidal thoughts, and reincarnation. You included reincarnation for that one, so thumbs up. I guess it is that one. Isn't there another one about this, or is this the one I'm thinking about? Oh, this is the one I'm thinking about. That one was a little easier on the eyes, or at least I read it a little bit. But then again, the first chapter of this, of Nothing to Something, was also alright. So I don't know where we're gonna be at, buddy. Fine, I'll put it on the list, because I did read it a little bit, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? You know what? I'm sorry to say this, Inko noted, but you're gonna be we'll sort things out when we get there. We'll sort things out when we get there. How about that? Like, this list is entirely up to debate, and we'll debate it once we get to the end. No, please don't copy. Why did you copy all that text and I can't undo it? What the hell? Why isn't that an undoable action? Jesus. There you go. Oh, there you go. It's on the list. Gotta find my way back to where I was. There we go. One big book. Hated the story enough just to make the ending shit out of spite. I have a couple of questions. Okay. We're gonna have to pause everything because Salamander is apparently the wise old man who's gonna tell me everything I don't want to know. I'm gonna sit in a corner, curled up, arms in front of my face. No! The truth! It burns! So, I mean, if you've read all the fics, I can imagine this is decent, because I did ask for decent fics. I did specifically ask for decent fics. So that this is, if this is in the middle, if this is like the average... However, I have a question for you. Senator, what do you mean with if you start Chambers, I ain't gonna be ready for anything else for like a year? What do you mean? Is it that sad? Salamander, what do you mean with hated the story enough to make the ending shit out of spite? Salamander, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing if you read all the fanfics. I'm not saying anything about that. Like I said, if that's how you want to spend your time, if that's the thing you enjoy doing, if that's, you know, what you do to get through life, to feel a little bit something, go nuts. At least it's not smoking, as they say, you know? Although the mental rot might catch up with you in 60 years when you're an old senile man in the rocking chair going, I remember those Wanigators. And all the nurses are like, I don't know what he's talking about. So yeah, what do you mean with hated the story enough to make the ending shit out of spite? The author who wrote Chambers was mentally burnt out from how the... I'm sorry! I need a lot more context, and I need it now! Because that is a fucking bombshell to drop on me. I know that Chamber got rewritten. I know that Chamber was, like, thrown into a big heap, and they did it again. But, are we talking about the reboot? Oh, man, you know, listen, you might read every fic under the sun. I like this kind of stuff, okay? I really like this kind of stuff. Talk to me, come on. Give me what I want, buddy. Are you saying that I should... Do I want to read None in the Chamber of the original, though? Because this thing is already 500,000 words, and I'm already feeling the urge to vomit, realizing that every one of those chapters is easily 10,000 words minimum. I'm just gonna vomit. I think I'm just gonna give a nice hurl when I'm done here. Karma Chicken, baby. Great name, though. Up top. One in the cylinder. One in the cylinder is 15,000 words. And None in the Chamber. We got Mystery Jack. Mystery Jack's one of those ones that just slides on by. The Princess of Volcano High is also on the reading list, though. None in the Chamber. Oh, there's a recent bookmark. Safi, you're looking at the wrong space. You bingus. We got None in the Chamber, None in the Chamber. Where's Reprimed? Is that Reprimed? Did the other one vanish? What? Have I been lied to? I have been lied to, at times. I'm terrified of the proposition. You know... He made another Victor Cup! It took 5+ of us 3 hours of reading for a single chapter. Swan feather is swan. I fucking love how you describe it. It's fluff incarnate. I love the idea of a man writing a fic so goddamn depressing that he goes, I'm just adding nothing but sugar. I'm adding nothing but sugar. Stop, that's too much sugar. I'm adding nothing but sugar. I need more. I need more. Oh, Safi, you're gonna get yourself killed one of these days. Excuse me, it's swan father, not swan feather. My brain inserted it because it's like, it's gotta be feather, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'll leave it at that. Very prime is pretty much the definitive edition. It's a proper 9 to 5 to... How good is my Spanish? Okay, please insert my eyebrows wiggling. It is not good, but I'm taking some exercise to learn it. I'm curious to get something that can help me learn it more, and I have some dictionaries over there I can use to figure it all out. It's gonna be hot dog shit, but you know what? I gotta learn Spanish somehow. I might as well read a very difficult book. The other fic is 2 characters set in Snoot... Come on, man. Everyone who's watching the recording is like, man, these streams are shit. Where's my reading? And I'm like, buddy, you signed up for the wrong program. I can't seem to find Swan Feather. I guess it's not on AO3. If it's not on AO3, I don't do it. I don't do it if it's not on AO3, buddy. What if it's on Wattpad? I don't know, man. Please don't make things any more confusing than it already is. I'm good? God damn it. Listen, I wish I had a signboard and, like, the goof. I want radio show host, like, radio programming. God damn it! Listen, okay? I am obsessed, and at some point in my life, I will get it, because I'll be one of those YouTubers that's that one fucking fan that somehow lives in the right place at the right time. There's this thing called Griezelbus. It's kind of like a Dutch Goosebumps to an extent. And they had this cassette. You could, it's an audio play. And I love those kinds of things. I love those radio shows where they have like little sound effects. They just have a cowbell and some gravel lying around. They just make the sound effects. I love that shit. I want to be that guy. If I get enough money to get my own place with like a separate recording room, I want to start collecting like random things. I can just start making some goofy sound effects. I want to have a big dumbass mic I can just go and clomp a shoe into some gravel with. It's just fun. It's fun. You don't get it. You just don't get it. Oh. However, for that I'd need someone who knows audio tech, because that is a very specific setup. Because I'm here with a mic, probably a headset, and then there's this fuck off sound effect mic next to me. That'd also be a soundboard for things I can't just do. Like, I'm not gonna shoot a blaster in my house. Sorry to tell you, I'm not putting, what's it called again, cortosis on my walls for this? No, that's for lightsabers. Man. A happy accident, but it's so fucking... Buddy, let me throw my arm over your shoulder. Let me put my arm over your shoulder. Do you think I'm above reading the goofiest shit? I have no standards. I have no there's a rewrite? It's also Swan Father wrote this stuff. Oh, I see what you meant. Okay. Barrel o' Moose. A happier accident. Promise of a lifetime. Aha-verse. The Aha-verse? That sounds like a fucking band thing. But man, Swanfather has a kick-ass character profile picture. That's a good PFP. Gets a chef's kiss for me. We got Snoot Game Plus. Man. I think I'm gonna add Happy Accident and its rewrite, because you know what? Let's see. Are they already on the list? Because I am perfectly okay with adding... First off, they're short, and I'm looking for some short stuff. Because all the stuff I have is like, my god, why am I just reading Lord of the Rings? Anyway, I probably should get back to the store before people sue me for
You know, not delivering on what I supposedly am. I don't want to get sued, but on the other hand, I am a bit of a risk-taking bastard.
Okay, let's go like this. This. Happy accident added. Alright, let's get to it. Is Fang and Anon coming back? Fang, you were dead! Takes off sunglasses. I got better. I just fucking love that line. It's such a good line. I don't know where it's originally from, but I do like the idea of, like, I got better. Como introduced me to that line, and it's been stuck in my head ever since. It's just a good line. It's just good writing. Why is it good writing, Safi? I'm not spoiling everything for you. I'm not here to write your... I mentioned that in the Ranger in... Oh, shit. Ranger in the Fog, I specifically call out, like, I'm not writing your book report for you in my author's notes. I'm not writing your book report for you. I say, as a man who also did not write his own book reports in school. I didn't like reading, okay? Anyway, let's get a sip and get back to it. It takes a real toll on your throat. Anyway, we need a different song because I'm losing my shit a little bit. Also, don't tell me I'm good. You're only encouraging me and I will only get worse.
I assure you, it can only get worse.
What's this? Oh, God, someone posted a cute ferret of me. Okay, listen, I normally try to avoid ferret posting. But... Oh my God, this fucking ferret, man! I love them. I love ferrets. Come on, you know what to do. Look at this guy! Actually, I think that's a mink. I don't know, they look very similar. But I just love how he just doesn't want it. Okay, enough of that.
I got business to take care of.
Let's get to it. Anyway, Olivia was like, I don't want to add to Nasser's problems. I love that Mom and Dad just go, and I know you're saying shit, but she's the problem. Como... I share Como's picture, and the man shows up. I'm terrified. I'll never share your pictures again. It just attracts him, apparently. Okay, I had to admit it was a huge breath of fresh air with how transparent Olivia could be at times. What do you mean? Compared to who? Like, you've been with Olivia for like 15 years at this point, buddy. The ferret looks like a melt. Yeah! Mom and Dad nodding and understanding as she began to speak up again. Headed a slight tilt. Oh, wait, who? Wait. Mom and Dad nodding and understanding before Mom spoke up. Headed a slight tilt. Sounds to me like he needs a moment to catch his breath. Poor thing. Olivia nodded in agreement as I spoke up, nudging his shoulder. That's just Nasser for you. Wouldn't be him if he wasn't finding some way to be a baller. You've known him for like a couple of months at most. Although, admittedly, he did know Nasser before then. And I would like to point out he was mostly a ball of stress because Fang was fucked up. He had a reason, Anon. He wasn't finding some way. His sister was telling him to fuck off all the time. You asshole. You know, he sure manages to find a way to be a ball of stress. My dad died, Anon. What the fuck? Yeah, he's always inventing something silly. Lucky me, these aren't my real parents. Am I right, Olivia? What the fuck are you talking about, Anon? God, that's just the funniest shit ever. He betrays who he is because he wants to be a sassy bastard. They managed to put a smile on her face, if only for a second. What do you mean, if only for a second? Like, nodding does not preclude you from smiling. They managed to put a smile on her face, if only for a second. True. How about the two of you hang out with him this weekend? Dad offered, taking his wooden pipe and saying, "This isn't a pipe. My brain broke. Lucy Aaron can do no wrong." How could you do this to me? God damn it. Como sharing more. Oh no, you can't. What is with these fucking cats? Oh! Okay. But I do like these lizards. I want you to get a look at this lizard.
I want you to get a load of this lizard. Alright? Streamer commands. Get a load of this guy.
Look at him! Look at that beautiful, bright color, good colors, nice accent, strong eyes. I mean, these guys are fucking goobers. But he looks like an actual predator in this, instead of a fucking goofball. They have such chubby tails, too. Oh, they got a chubby tail. I'm gonna pat on the head. Pat. Anyway, where were we? How about the two of you hang out with him this weekend? Dad offered. Use some of your free time. You'll get used to the city. In the safe parts, of course. Olivia and I give it some thought. That's a great idea. Take a look over at Olivia. After all, Masa did say he wanted to catch up. She looked away. Yeah, he did, but, all right. I guess we'll see. I gave a reassuring smile as Mom spoke up again. Well, made any other new friends? Olivia shook her head. Myself about to say the same, only to pause, recalling that I had met Stella. Should I consider? Wasn't... Hold the phone. Hold up. 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 What about Reed? You bro-fisted him. You gave him a bro-fist! This is chapter 1, Safi. There's a reason you can't find what you're looking for. Ah! God, I'm stupid. Yeah, you've pretty much become friends with him at this point. I would like to point out that you and Reed are big friends. What do you think a bro-fist is, my man? Friendship doesn't have to be this big thing that defines you as a person in such a... You don't have to sign a contract, Anon. You can just be friends. Jesus. Should I consider Stella a friend at this point? I mean, sure, why not? She read my future and figured out that I'm a time-traveling space alien. But that was my bad, if anything. Yeah, I met this girl in the hallway who gives blowjobs. I mean... who has a lot of tarot cards, if you catch my drift. She does fortune-telling. I suddenly noticed the look on my pants were giving me. I rolled my eyes in response. First of all, no, it's not like that. Jesus, you know me by this point. I'm not dating anyone. I might as well be asexual at this point. Ugh. Second of all, her name is Stella, and she's got a thing for fortune-telling. Fortune-telling? So she carries around, like... tarot cards? No, no, Olivia. She carries around a goose and does divination that way. Of course she carries fucking tarot cards. Jesus. He just gets really angry over nothing. He just suddenly starts bringing up like, oh no, she's an aspect. She brings around an entire cattle. Ding-a-ling-a-ling in the halls. Pretty much, I responded. Then I went by quickly after that. Like the second we... I like how the parents just immediately stopped giving a shit. It's like, what is this even for, right? Is this just so that Olivia knows about Stella? Because mechanically, what is this really doing for us? Other than being a little moment. Like, we've already had so many little moments where the parents are caught up to date. I don't know if you need to keep doing it, you know? At some point, it's like, nobody cares. We know it happens. This is just how dinner works with the fam, you know? Especially if the parents aren't going to do anything with it. At that point, it's like, why did we see you telling them if that didn't change anything? Like, if it contextualized something for Anon, it's a moment where he realizes something. Like, you can do so much with it, but it doesn't have to do anything with it. And that is when the next sentence tells me that I'm full of shit. Dinner went by quickly after that. Olivia able to chomp down the rest of her plate after she was able to get some stuff off her chest. Yeah, I hope the previous stuff, and not like you just summarize an actual plot point, because that'd be the silliest thing ever. Especially from a guy this verbose. All of us retiring to a... No, they don't. Your parents don't go back to your fucking room and say... That's not how your parents work. Parents stay downstairs and they watch TV for a while because they're happy the fucking kids are out of their lives for a fucking moment. I know how you work, Mom and Dad. Approaching my door, I paused before opening it. Olivia sliding... Yeah, she has a... She does have an actual sliding door, by the way. No hinges. Sliding. Which apparently is easier if you're in a wheelchair. I think both of them have their own little complications, if you really think about it, but whatever. And staring into her room before the two of us peered at one another. Again, Like, at this point, I'm not even gonna bother. So, tomorrow, are we gonna ask Nasser if he wants to hang out with us on the weekend? Like, when we were at Mesozoic Private, that kind of made sense, but out here? Like, he'd be our tour guide. Yeah, I could return the favor, you know? Olivia asked, and I could sense a bit of hope in her voice. That's what we decided, isn't it? No, that's what you... No, and you imposed, if anything. She paused for a moment before... yeah. I think I'm going to include this. I think I'm going to include this in my bingo card. Is they pause before just nodding. Nothing special. They just start nodding. Again, if a character is just doing something in the affirmative already, you don't need to say what they're doing. You can do it to establish who's talking. But outside of that context, don't do it. If someone nods and then says yes anyway, what the fuck are you doing? Non-verbal communication exists. It feels a bit childish, you know. Children tend to do this, but adults, if they're emotional or they're very extroverted, they might do it. But Livia is usually more reserved on this, right? I don't know, maybe I'm just always imagining nods as this big thing. I mean, giving a nod is the thing, right? I don't even know, man. Maybe I'm just a social retard who doesn't know how humans work. A look of resolve then grew on her features. Good night, Anon! With great resolve! It's just the weirdest moment. Like, this should be before this, right? Because this is what makes her resolute, not the saying good night. Also, we have a ellipses pause. Night, Olivia. Let's make it cut in the recording, and let me pull up my actual chat again. We got Boom. Lives Al Copon. She's... I don't know why I gave Olivia the dark elf voice. I mean, I can go with, Welcome, Mufsera. Anon, you should not be dating her. It is the worst idea you have ever had. But that fucks me up so fast. NTR Stella is the fic yesterday. What, Stella? NTR? Isn't that like the Backstreet Boys? Like BTS? Yesterday is on the reading list, though. Let's see. Romance, drama, and romance, but also drama and romance. Comedy, sad, time travel, alternate... Ooh, fuck, this sounds exciting. Post-ending 4, family feels, family bonding, high school. Fang time travels, and ending 4! Oh, dang. Mystery, emotional hurt, comfort, emotional baggage, time travel, fix it, of sorts. Jesus. Part 1 of the Yesterday verse. That's a good fucking name for a verse, my man. Clap, clap. I'm already excited. What a fucking set of tags. Fang's gonna time travel and it's gonna fuck shit up. It's also ending 4, so things are fine. I put up my little fist, box into the air. I can't believe this is so low on the reading list. We got like a whole fucking 10 years worth of fics to get through first, buddies. We gotta step up the pace. We gotta put the pedal to the metal, hack a little squid. I might be in the driver's seat, but you're behind the wheel. Don't know how that works. What are you doing in my lap? Get out of there! Yesterday made him sad. Yuenwa. I love nothing more than owning Argonian slaves. I love watching them and their rippling abs working the fields. I say that, but I would like to point out that historically there are a lot of slave owners who fell in love with their slaves and it wasn't a good thing. Don't go there. Don't go there. Anyway. Shit! I hit the record button and it bumps me back up. Where am I? Here we are. Is everything actually... Oh, I need to... Hold on. I might have broke something. I did something really stupid. So this file is like, what, 10 seconds long? Yeah, get out of here. Cool. Okay, let's hope everything still works. Next morning, the mist was heavy as hell. You mean thick. Unless it is heavy and you're like, I can't move! Heavy is fine too. Which meant that it was too risky for any... How was it not the last time? It was too risky for any Olivia-powered commute to school. And you can run pretty fast too, buddy. The two of us cautiously made our way through the fog, myself having to put my hands out before me just to make sure I didn't smack into a tree. Olivia started speaking up. Why is it so foggy? I have no idea. I'm not an oceologist. An oceanologist. Oceologist? I don't even know. I'm not a sea doctor. I looked around. If it could even be called that, it's just fog on all sides. What the fuck am I doing in Silent Hill? That's a different fic. Olivia, what am I doing in the wrong fic? Aren't I dead in that one? Yes, you are, Anon, but that doesn't change the circumstances. Ugh. But I gotta say, this would be great for a horror movie. You mean Silent Hill? It's just fucking Silent Hill, my man. Yeah. She agreed as she looked at me. I like to imagine she looked at me, but I can't even see her. Kinda reminds me of. But I was already gone. There he goes. No, oceanographers are cartographers. They're map people, like, right? Yesterday, the was enjoying the fic, and then I saw Stella Anon. I wanted to kill myself. I hate this pairing. Oh, listen, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I'm not stupid. I'm not an idiot. I'm not stupid, okay? I wasn't fucking stupid. Oh shit. Oh, God, I'm looking at yesterday. I'm like, I want to read this now. Shit, we're doing a time travel fic, and Fang is somewhat aware of the fact that this is fucked up. Damn! Ooh. Ah! I'm looking at, like, snippets, and I'm like, I could use some of that right about now. This was made in discussion of this. I'm not going to that Discord, by the way. I'm not going to that Discord. Do you want to know why? Because I don't want my name anywhere near that. I don't want my name anywhere near that. Never. I don't want it plastered on the walls over there. I'd go there if I could go incognito, you know, with a big fat coat. That's how I usually go to forums. But I do not want a presence. People can find me and they can shoot me in the back. And I'll be like, ah, I've been slain. And then I pull the curtains down on my way down like Pelodius. That wasn't his name, was it? Hold on. But I do need to remind you that is a line in Hamlet. Hold on. Act 3, Scene 4. Polonius, not Pelodius. He's not made of palladium. Jesus Christ. Ugh, I love... Okay, so the reason I think the line is funny is it is ridiculous for a character to say I'm slain. But it's theater, and the people in the back might not fucking know why Polonius is falling over. Maybe he's just old and he lost his cane. In theater, in old-fashioned English theater, you announce to the back row that a man is fucking dead and he beefed it. I love that Hamlet just stabs a curtain. And then Polonius is like, I'm dead. Oh. Oh. I can't. I fucking... Holy shit, I can translate it to Espanol. ¿Qué estás haciendo? Va a matarme. ¡Axielo! ¡Axielo! Detrás de la cortina. ¿Qué pasa? ¡Axielo! 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 ¿Qué es eso? Una rata. Por 2 centavos a la mató. Oh, he sido haciendo... Oh, wait, no, hold on. Oh, he sido asesinado. Oh, that's like assassin. Wow. You only... Curious, bad apples. What is wrong with bad apple? As someone on the server, don't. You know what, Salamander? That's all I ever wanted to hear. Don't read the tags. Olivia, you can't break the fourth wall. Okay, I love that Salamander tells me not to go to the server, but what is wrong with Bad Apple? I was told the Bad Apple is fine. Also, it's a great animation that everyone uses as like a... I didn't know Bad Apple had a title card. POV first-person tragedy, despair, hope! 4.5 months after the incident at Volcano High, Anon is a broken man haunted by his sins and the ghosts of the past, unsure of what's to come after the storm. However, after a chance encounter with a pair of acquaintances... Isn't this the one where Anon gets his shit broken and then Stella picks him up? Will there ever be a place for the broken in the light? That's a... I mean, this guy doesn't do the double lines, so that's a hell of a step up. I like how this... Are these... That's not an author note represented on this. Did this guy put author's notes in his author's notes? In the text, in the body of the text? Don't like that. Yeah, I think this is the... I read a little bit of this, because the mod pack, the fanfic stuff pack I got came with all this stuff. Write a fan called Dusky Fic, set it to deploy on the time of your death. Perfect deterrent for its assassination. You know... That's crazy enough that it might just work. It's also technically a crime, so I'd probably get arrested. Unless you're going with porn logic, I guess. I liked it, but trust me, I hate as much as the next guy, but Trish was... Oh, yeah, that is one thing I'll give it, is... I feel that if you're gonna do something like that to a character, you have to build it up. Like, here's the thing, right? You gotta build it up. It's okay for villains to be a little bit over the top, but the setting of Snoot Game is grounded enough that a school shooting is treated with tremendous amounts of gravitas. Trish can't just turn into a murderer. Alright? Trish and Fang's connection already felt a bit all over the place, especially with how it degraded over time. I can see Trish doing it, but I would prefer that it's a build-up. You know? That we get to see that process, so that when it happens, we're like, fuck yeah, coming. At the minimum. But it does feel a bit extreme. But maybe I'm just forgetting, because, by the way, I read this like a year ago, so I don't even fucking know. My criticism may not even apply. Anyway, I'm not an oceanologist. Oceanographer. Yesterday fiction sounds like Shrek Forever After. Can we just read the shitty nothing to something already? Goddamn, please. I can't finish. It's too many words to finish at this rate. I don't get enough money for this. There's $0, okay? I should put like a little window that's like the $0. Just for fun. I could turn on ads and stuff, but who's even here to click them? You wouldn't click them. I'm pretty sure YouTube would kick me off the platform just for saying it then. I remember they had like a big thing where like you can't tell people to click the ads. You can't even joke about it. They'll pull out their shotguns and they'll charge into your house, and the SWAT team breaks in through my windows. I'm not paying for new windows. Yeah, kind of reminds me of. But I was already gone. Vanished into the fog. That's dangerous, Anna. You might just lose her. The baryonyx came to a stop, rolling her eyes. All right, Anna. I get it. Very funny. You can come out now. I remain quiet, silent. Olivia seemed to grow more nervous. Then I struck. Only for my efforts of scaring to be rewarded with a nostril full of plastic grabber. Olivia already having prepared a lethal weapon in anticipation. I guess she might be a different family, but you also inherited your telescopic ears, Bingus. She smiled at me. Now, she would grin or smirk, if anything, because she's cocky. Gotcha. Weren't you at least a little scared? Wait. Weren't you at least a little scared? I asked, my tone nasally before Olivia relinquished her grabber. She didn't give it to you. Nothing was relinquished, granting me my precious nose back. Sorta. But then you started doing the whole Jurassic Voorhees thing, and it became funny. Maybe you should be him for Halloween. Is this why that horror movie isn't Volcano High? What a weird place to get it from. I mean, I'll be down. I ran a claw over my scaly head and scratched my skull open, because I'm stupid enough to use it instead of my hand. I already got one aspect of the costume down. I mean, you looked way more like him back before the time travel, my man. You know, I always wondered why we're completely bald. Ball. You gotta have some, so where the hell is it? Wait. Who is this? A Metriacanus. Who? A Whatasaurus? I made it the fuck-up-asaurus Rex. It's another... Again, it doesn't fucking matter what these things are, really. Which is why, in my fix, I'm just gonna stop giving a shit. I'm gonna describe them by their features. Species names don't mean shit to me. It's set dressing. It's never used in an interesting way where it really matters. It's just a cute detail. In Goodbye Volcano High, it's technically matters a lot more, but here it's just a racial designation. Because the whole thing about Volcano High is that it's about the which, it's just kind of stupid, and I kind of hate it in hindsight. Because it's such a marketing gimmick without any real essence behind it. It tries to be uncertain, but like... Goth Trish, very edge. Should have joined my bad kidding. Trish was a villain nearing my immortal levels of over the top. Listen, until Trish gets a stando and starts Savarudoing this guy, I don't, he can't go over the top for me. I have very high standards. Very low standards, I guess. You can jump over those or limbo under them if you want to. The two of us suddenly heard a loud and angry voice. The voice having cleared up. Usually you want to include that before the text, because otherwise it's implied that Anon's saying this. To reveal two dinosaurs on the path ahead. One of them having their back against a tree, and the other a much larger dinosaur that almost... What? A few students could be seen traveling past, clearly deciding this was none of their business. I didn't know what was going on, only that it was nothing good. Oh no. I decided it was nothing.
Oh no.
My face tightened. I moved forward as Olivia followed, approaching the murky blots as I was able to discern the bigger one. A Metricosaurus in a ragged hoodie and ripped cargo shorts. And the victim was quickly identified by the voice alone.
Sorry, man, but I just don't deal with that. I don't deal with that type of stuff, you know?
Oh, that's actually pretty cute. Context is a bit meh. Man, it's so nice seeing you enjoy this fic with little to no writing flaws. Warms my heart. We'll get to a different fic eventually. People can make them shorter if they want me to read more. My eyes widened upon realizing that it was Reed, the Velociraptor. Reed, the Velociraptor. No, I think the idea is that this is Reed, period. The Velociraptor was being held by the wide strap. What wide strap? They're both the same size of his tank top. Both his bushy tail. I always forget that Reed has a really fluffy, cute tail. I always forget, but it's there. Nervously swaying against the tree. Shouldn't it, like, be between his legs? That's how legs work for animals. They go between the legs.
But I still got some carve of you.
A thwack. And then the tree shook from the force. The metric Systemosaurus, having slammed the fist against... I mean, hey, you're using Smash. That's a bit better. Against the bark besides Reed's face. The pink Velociraptor. Giving a gulp.
Screw Carf. That shit doesn't even get me high anymore.
Oh, Reed, what the hell are you doing, man? You should have referred her to someone. Maybe you like Bonds, not sure. Bonds? RuneScape Bonds? There's a prologue. I mean, oh god, it's 180. The first chapter's 13,000 words. Post ending 3, though, I don't like ending 3. It went a little bit too hard on the politics in a place that I didn't really give a shit about it, and it kind of mangled a lot of stuff. Ending 1 is a bit much. Ending 2 is... it has a point to make, but it kind of treats the whole situation like Anon gets away scot-free, and ending 3 feels a bit wish-granty. I don't know, I'm probably being too harsh anyway, just ignore it. But hey, we get to see that Reed isn't... I mean, the idea I got from Reed is that while he deals... But I didn't know if he dealt, necessarily. I imagined that he supplies people. But I never was under the impression that he dealt with people directly. And if he did, I always felt that Reed was smart enough never to get to this point. You know, he's a bit of a... He's a clever guy. He's got a big brain. He knows what's up. Community majority says Bonds is peak. Well, then it's got to be 182,000 words of peak. Which, you know what? Why not? It's got less views than Nothing to Something. What the fuck does Nothing to Something have? Right? That all these other things that apparently are better... Or... What the fuck is going on? Why do I live in the fuck timeline of fuck? I raised my fist very angrily. I know why. Because that's not how it works. Main problem with Bonds, that's how I got in the Snoot Court, never recovered. Ending 3 makes little sense in a vacuum. That is a big statement to make. Mind explaining. Because it doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's the problem. Anyway, despite the danger, Reed managed to speak out, eyes wide in disbelief. More than any fear.
Well, I didn't even think that was possible. Like, those are military equipment. What the hell are you...
He flinched, the bigger dinosaur readying another fist. His eyes stepped in.
Hey! What the hell is going on here? Say no to drugs, kids!
I asked, the bigger dino looking at me as Reed seemed to stand on his tippy toes, taking a look at his assailant, past his assailant's shoulders as he blinked at me. I got the impression they were like, you know, parallel. No, perpendicular to you in how they were standing, not parallel.
None of your business.
The Metricosaurus answered, about to turn back to Reed, but I spoke up first. That dude goes to my school. I crossed my arms. I'm part of the DARE program. And then I took off my glasses. So it kind of is. The ragged dinosaur paused, turning to me, letting go of Reed. Reed stepped away from the tree, but the big guy seemed to size me and Olivia up, scoffing. I can't be... Like, why does everyone ham on that? Anon is tall and buff. Why does everyone ham on this? The defining trait of the species is they're fucking small. Anon is tall and buff. How can you tell the difference between him and another species if I look at them and they look so fucking similar, okay? I don't get how people know this stuff. Can they just smell it?
I copy you and a cripple. What are you gonna do? Gang up on me? Roll over my toes? Beat it, or I'll beat you.
Olivia rolled up beside me, almost on his toes, an angered frown on her face, but I shook my head. I don't think I will. Bullying is bad, and I'm telling a teacher. I thought the Marines... No, the Marines are not the Navy. Huh. I never paid attention to that because I'm not American, so that detail kind of went over my head. Yeah, that is kind of weird when you look at it like that. Enjoyed it with my glass of glue. Hey man, like I said, someone told me they like this, and that person, I can trust their opinion, so I'm just gonna go with I'm just an asshole who doesn't like anything. I'm one of those critics, you know. There's a pause with them turning away to nod as Reed tried to speak up.
Hey, dudes, why don't we just chill out, have some cards?
That's when the threatening bully swung around, trying to hit... Oh, you. Trying to hit me right on the nose. Except I'm a boxer, and boxing works perfectly well in... Boxing fucking sucks in street brawls, man. Like, yes, you have some basic techniques, but, like... In a brawl, you're allowed to grab someone, okay? In a brawl, you can use a fucking knife. In a brawl, there's a lot of stuff you can do in boxing, okay? You can kick someone, and all that fun stuff. Can't do that in boxing. Anon has not been taught how to avoid getting his leg hooked. Listen, when you read a fic about Anon speaking Skibbany... What? Anon pops a perk with Super Saiyan. I caught his fist in the air. Anon, you're a boxer! That's not what you do in boxing! Air pressure escaping from the... What? Between our... What? That's not how... Are you making fart noises like this? Ugh, wait. I can't make it fart. Sorry. Both of my arms uncrossed as my knees bent to take the... Fuck off, Mr. Stew. We don't need you. His eyes widened as he tried to pull back his claw. You're a boxer! You don't have grip strength! All right. Listen here, buckaroo. I tried to speak, but he tried to launch his other arm, much more slow and sluggish, to declare not being his dominant claw. What? Which led... Anon, you have a non-dominant hand! Could you just come? Growling, he tries to bring his leg back and... What? Okay, I'm just gonna skip this. I don't wanna... I'm just gonna... Hold on. I'm just gonna... I'm taking my glasses off, I'm taking my shirt off, I'm taking my everything is off. I'm taking everything off for this dramatic moment. Did they really do this? Did they really fucking do? The random, nobody character that shows up threatens someone else so that the... You already showed Anon being a fucking badass with Jeremy. Why are we doing this? Why? fan, I'm friends with this guy. Okay. Senator! Yeah! Kiryu, learn a cool new move! That almost makes this worth it. We're not starting the music until this bullshit's over. Okay, guys, very ouchie babas. Olivia, I would like to point out... A droid fic? What is a droid fic? Seem to recover. Don't fucking touch me. Just... Oh my fucking god, they did it and they played it straight! Oh god. Like, of all the things this fic has done, I'm surprised he keeps going and dig. This is peak. This is fucking peak, apparently. This is the best they have to offer. The biggest fucking fic has the tropiest. Let me take you to a magical realm, okay? I forgot who it was, but I recently subscribed to someone, and he did a couple of videos on like how fight scenes are supposed to mechanically function, like what a fight scene is. Narratively speaking, what a fight scene is supposed to achieve. And oh, shit, the Age of Decadence 1.5 Warlocracy uploaded a new video. Hell yeah, I love that guy. I want to find my my subscriptions. Can I manage my subscriptions? New activity, maybe? Shit, I wouldn't even know how to find this guy. Dude, I have way too many subscriptions. You know, there's some channels I watch that are all about the, you know, the drama and stuff. And I'm really disappointed at a bunch of those channels recently have uploaded like hot garbage. God damn it, where's the guy? I can't find him on a moment's notice, I'm sorry. But there's a guy who did like a bunch of videos, and he pointed out like what fight scenes are really about. Like, fight scenes are about... The power levels of characters determines what the fight scene is about. A curb stomping of the good guy is to show that they have gained progress, that something has happened. Or, you know, establish a low point for the bad guy if he's supposed to get by. You know, it has a... The narrative is not to feel good about Anon. Because you've already had the power growth. He's already had the scaling. So... No, that's the guy who makes the fun. God damn. Why is somebody... Some people I seriously need to unsubscribe to. What I love. Oh shit, I forgot to watch Logan from Earth's video on stuff. Oh, I'm so bad at this. He made a video recently on Gmod's unique map. That very bad. Is it this guy? Probably not. I don't know if I could find him, but it was interesting to me. A guy who made videos on like what power fights are like, and the problem is that this is gratuitous, right? This scene is gratuitous. If the point is to establish that Anon is now friends with Reed, you could do that in better ways. You could do that in a way that doesn't feel like he just taped it onto a situation. What, like, it just feels weird to me that you go for this tropey-ass thing this far into... Oh, I'm just tired. I'm very tired. I'm just a very tired little boy. I don't know how to feel about things anymore. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. Was it this guy? No, this was the guy who made that weird FNAF video. I need a hot minute. Okay? Oh yeah, Tsuko G is back, but he has a new name now. I thought he was like, oh, he's gonna be one of those people who converted, right? No, that wasn't the case. Ugh, I would have been so annoyed if he did, if he was one of those people. Where it's like, I found Jeebus. I'm like, I don't want you to find Jeebus. I just want your fucking videos. this guy. I won't. I don't even know what his fucking channel looks like. What are you trying to do here, Safi? Alright. I've cooled down a little bit, distracting myself with stuff. This is what people call a cope fic. It's what he done was to people. Why didn't that... Like, what are you coping with? Cope fix, to me, it's like you're supposed to cope with the actual problem, not like invent a new problem and then cope with it exactly in that one moment. Whatever, let's move on. Anyway, Reed is okay after Anon totally kicked ass. Wow.
Yeah, Reed. Yeah, me or Reed, right? Over it yesterday. The one and only.
The Velociraptor said with a dopey smile on his face. The Baryonyx looked in the direction of the ascendant had limped off to before looking back.
Why was I trying to beat you up? Oh, Bryson, I mean? I used to be a supplier in the 9th before he graduated.
Or did he drop out?
Anyways, he texted me out of the blue, asked me to meet again in the secluded place by the school, and I agreed. Didn't think it'd be so mean. Decided the man Crisanel for me.
Crisanel?
Oh, it's like crushed up amber with mosquitoes fossilized to them. Apparently, the nectar of mosquitoes is so old that it's got some seriously wacky stuff, especially if you snort it. But it's really expensive. It's also technically illegal because you destroy... You know, it's like trying to snort mummies. It's also pretty dangerous. I don't steal that stuff, man. Only good vibes. Like weed. And super weed.
Oh yeah, he is a Utahraptor, right? Is he? Let's go to the Volcano High Wiki. He is a Velociraptor. But like I said, it doesn't fucking matter. They look too much alike. Like, the difference is completely irrelevant to the greater narrative. Right? Like, he's just a raptor. That's all you gotta fucking know. One goes, one stays. Cope fix like this or OC fix? But you can write it better! It doesn't have to be shit! Pastor Dan. Homosexuality is a sin. The things on Pastor Dan's hard drive. Why are people posting this when I'm trying to stream over here? He reached into his backpack, producing 2 joints.
I can't let my saviors without...
You're not giving them a reward, you're getting them on drugs. Olivia and I stared at the offered gifts, feeling like we were actors in some anti-drug PSA as we shook our heads. Anon canonically smokes and drinks. He'll take a fucking joint. Thanks for the offer, but I don't want to spend the rest of my day getting bit. It's 1 joint, Anon! You're a big boy. You can take a joint. Jesus. Especially if you don't, take every bit of it.
Same.
I mean, Olivia, all the weed would just get stuck in your legs.
That's cool. More for me, I guess.
He then placed both joints at the edge of his snout and bit into them, taking out a lighter to ignite the ends before taking a deep breath, letting out a smoky cough. I was already turning the same color as his shirt. Is that why he wears it?
You saved my life, dude. Here's some crack cocaine.
Personally not convinced, waited before, but wasn't Sodom like a place of a lot of problems? Like, God was like, listen, I can fix a lot, but I can't fix that. Pillars of salt, all of you. And then it's like, oh shit, salt, I'm rich. Just start chipping away at their old friends. Anyways,
thank you too. You may be new to school, but you're already pretty cool.
Olivia shook her head.
Don't take that girl with you, I'll agree. I mean Trish. Trust me. She's cool once you get to know...
Is this supposed to be an in with Trish then? Because that would make sense.
Can't let my saviors go without a crippling addiction. Here's some heroin. I'm pretty sure it's low quality, but hey, it's all fun and play games.
I kind of like Crisanel. That's a neat little idea, but I'm pretty sure the author didn't invent it, but whatever. Why wouldn't it be called Crisanel instead of something like the resin, How about you give me some of the resin, Asbestos. I hope for that too, but somehow I knew how hard it would be. Why does she hate your guts? You've seen her like 1 day. She hated my guts after all, and maybe even Olivia's. I somehow had I mean, to be fair, the reason she'd hate your guts is because you hang out with Nasser, and with Naomi, and you're a Chad. Like, you're everything that a punk girl wouldn't like. I guess that's what pushed you away. Next one, I make a cool margin. That's how you know you're friends. You make a cool margin. Maybe Olivia, someone who had a feeling it had increased since yesterday. Knowing... Jesus, Anon? Just my luck. But that didn't mean I wasn't going to at least try to get along with a second chance. After all, I was getting along with Reed at the moment. I don't doubt that. My honest response seemed to surprise Reed, who was expecting me to be a lying bastard and try to stab him. But hey, I guess I'm a disappointment.
Cool. See you two at school?
Why don't you just walk together? Sure. He walked off into the mists, some added smoke coming from his maw as he was fully enveloped, disappearing from sight. Wouldn't you see, like, the little cherries at the end of his... whatever.
Where's he going? Isn't school the other way?
No idea. Hey, Reed, the school's this way.
Oh yeah, you're right. Thanks.
Why don't you just walk with him? Just walk with him! You know, for a chapter that's shorter than usual, we sure are taking our sweet-ass time. Our mission? Find Nasser. If only. Although we were ready to try and talk to Nasser, I guess we should have been ready for was not being able to talk to Nasser. To be fair, we didn't arrive as early as usual, so that might have explained his absence at the entrance. But every other chance we got, any time we had any piece of free time we had, Nasser was either nowhere to be found, or I suspected was actively avoiding us. I hoped my suspicion wouldn't be confirmed as Olivia exited art class. Oh, how was it? Well, how was it? I hoped that the art class was one she enjoyed, but unfortunately it was slightly dashed. But it seemed to be slightly dashed as she shrugged and frowned.
It was okay. Teacher kinda doesn't care. Not much different from Mrs. Lloyd Private.
Another student exited the class, the Microraptor sage. Hey! The cross-off is now official. As he waved to Olivia, moving on to her next class. His. Please. Please! God. That was fun. Thanks for the pointers, Olivia. I smirked, looking down at Olivia. Well, at least you made a new friend.
Sage? Nah. She just wanted some help with doodling. I don't know if that constitutes as me being her friend, but that also reminds me of a not-so-good thing.
What?
Trish is also in my class.
Oh yeah, because graphic design is her passion. As if on cue, the familiar purple Triceratops exited. Every time I see exited, my brain always goes existed first. It just really wants things to exist before they exit. Thankfully, walking the other way as she struggled to fit something into a bag, completely ignorant of our presence.
Not that I hate her, but her art's kind of crap. She doesn't know the rule of thirds and everything.
Isn't that a thing for photography?
Whatever.
I almost threw a chuckle out of my snout, shaking my head. Well, I crossed my arms as we began moving down the hallway. A few gazes come our way, as you would imagine. Olivia's wheelchair wasn't quite common news yet. Can't be much worse than my art skills.
It is.
She unapologetic. You go to art class to learn art, Anon! Yeesh. I felt kind of bad for Trish if Olivia considered it that level. Recalling that CD case, the cardboard poster that she apparently had spent time in art class making, and yeah, I guess art isn't really Trish's forte, be it music or otherwise. The two of us carried on as the baryonic seemed to notice something.
I'm guessing that's Stella.
It blinked, following her finger, following her sight, noticing this weeby Stegosaurus staring at us from behind the window of one of the classrooms. Her eyes widening when she was found out. She dropped to try and hide, but the back plates were in clear view, so I spoke up. Yep.
You sure she's not like a stalker or something?
Yeah, I'm mostly sure. Two of us continued on our way before I paused again, noting a certain pterodactyl at the end of the hallway, heading to his next class. A smile built up. MS Paint aficionados, you know. I've seen some cool art made in paint. It's not the tools, it's the craft. Hey, Hey, Nasser! I called out, Olivia freezing up in a wheelchair. The grey and orange pterodactyl briefly paused, head turned away from us before continuing down the stairs.
Did he just ghost me?
It was fine if Nasser didn't want to talk, but why not even say a simple hello? Worse yet, I looked at Olivia, noting she was looking down with a very downcast expression. I like how she's casting down her vision in a downcast, you know what I mean, having noticed his intentional evasive maneuvers. To not even acknowledge Olivia, the one that brought him so much joy and happiness. That was 5 years ago, Anon! 5 years, apparently. I was unable to keep a deep frown off my face as my mouth was shut tight. I wasn't sure what even to say anymore to excuse him. Because frankly, I had no idea what was going on in that brain of his. The rest of the day went on. Let's put on a different song. I'm getting a little tired of this one. It works. The rest of the day went on. Keep on keeping on. And by the time we were at lunch, Nasser was once again MIA. He anxiously looked around from our food pile. Olivia holding her snout out with a claw, and her pencil idly drew circles in her book, not having touched her plate of now cold lamb chop. What to do? At this point, I was tempted to just ask Olivia if she wanted to try and look for Nasser, for I noticed a particular trio arrived at the food line. Reed, Trish, and Fang. They conversed with one another. And they tend to do that, yeah. And I was tempted to use my key. I was tempted to bring out my telescopic ears. But I decided against it. Although I was curious to know what they were talking about, the author's not good enough for that, so we're just gonna skip it. It felt wrong to listen in on them and breach their privacy. I mean, your dad told you not to, so hey, it's a character moment! You didn't fucking mean to, but there it is! They took their few plates and put them atop their trays, praying for them at the cashier. Before getting ready to turn around and leave the auditorium. And Reed caught sight of me, pausing for a moment and giving me a smile. I smiled back, of course. Looking back down, I started working on my turning back, whatever. As Reed turned and called out something to Fang and Trish. Wait, hold on. Why are they coming this way? Whoa, hey, whoa! Why did you push me out of my chair, Reed?
I don't know, I just kind of figured to change things up a little bit.
This pass is fucking raw! Raw! I could not be Gordon Ramsay. Only in the literary world could I be Gordon Ramsay. Or maybe movies. I know more about movies than most Russian asset critics do, whose sole job it is to make people piss themselves. Naomi has attached Nasser's collar with a matching lead, ticking it up. Damn, Naomi. Dang. Olivia's eyes widened when they arrived, suddenly placing her drawing away into her back. God damn it, stop drawing pornography. It's awkward for me. I'm too old for this, lady. As Reed spoke up with a great big smile, his tray littered with burritos and chips. He's got the munchies from all those joints. He had too much of the Mary J. Marijuana, as my cop told me.
Olivia, Hannah, hey, sup?
Appeared at the empty seats around us.
Mind if we sit?
I looked at Trish and Fang in my peripheral vision. The former looked at me with a narrowed gaze. The latter seemed to prefer to be anywhere but here. Honestly, I could relate to Fang in the moment, wanting to just say, yeah, I do mind. It's the worst possible time for this. But of course, no. I try to get my best smile. You smile so much, Anna, you got royal smiles. The edges of my snout feeling wobbly. Make yourself at home.
Cool.
Reed sat, and his friends followed suit. Quiet for a few moments as we began to dig in. Olivia finally noticing that a cold chop had turned to ice, spinning around, probably just doing so to stay busy and avoid interaction. I myself was tempted to do the same, but Reed started to talk.
So, how's it going on?
It's been a day! Why does everyone in this fucking universe just always ask people, hey, you've been here for a day. How's it going? It's been a day. Nothing has happened. Okay. We both took a moment, looking up from our plates. Of course you speak for both of them, Anon, because Olivia... Jesus. Not at all. I mean, I get that it's supposed to be the point at this moment, but Olivia is not that introverted for that to really work as a concept. We've both been getting around pretty well.
Awesome. You know, we were talking the other day about you guys riding up the elevator and stuff. To be honest, I don't think we've ever seen anyone use it before, other than you two. No, before you.
Fang then mumbled behind the phone. Stupid bitch with a fucked up ring retard. Olivia gnashed her snout and snapped the hard bone-like twig, the end falling against her plate with a small clink. I took a small look at her, noticing she stared forward, her gaze somewhere else and narrowed with silent anger. Oh, fuck, I forgot, that's the swear word. It's that she uses for Nasa. Oh, she might be upset about that, you know, wanting to fuck him and all. Yeah, she wouldn't be happy about that. I'd look back as Trish began to talk. It said you stopped him from being accosted. He was about to get murdered, technically. Is that true? Sick deceptorol. Reed smokes, passes out, and dies. It's so sad. This looks like Candy's flip-flop. Fuck. I mean, we're just gonna sit back and watch him get potentially hurt. Potentially hurt? I think him getting hurt was on the table. So yeah, I guess we helped. Well, she looked away, hesitant about admitting this. Thanks for that, I guess. Did my ears deceive me, or did I hear an actual, genuine thank you from Trish? She needs to be quick to return to her usual attitude, but don't think for a moment or in even terms. I'm still watching you. I mean, you did basically commit sexual assault. And it was just a look. It wasn't even the butt. I resisted the urge to roll my eyes before realizing something. Shouldn't Trish be trying to guilt trip me at this moment? And ending one hasn't even happened yet. What are you talking about? Apology or something along the lines of harassing Fang in music class and ridiculing her ability to play. Not the specific thought I had, but unfortunately it was a very likely line that be spouted by her. So what gives? Seemed like a topic Trish would be eager to have brought up, especially by now. Unless Fang hadn't told her. Briefly, I took a look at Fang. She's still on the phone. I remember I was about to look up as I looked away. Maybe getting some semblance of an idea where she might have kept quiet. It was the guitar. Trish probably wouldn't have approved of her playing. Yeah, you remember that. You remember that. The bass. Reed tampered with the tablet from his backpack before giving us a look.
By the way, you know we're doing a band, right?
Pausing, I had to remind myself to play dumb. I mean, I'm pretty fucking stupid, but also... Olivia slowly shook her head, and I spoke. Yeah, not at all, not at all. Olivia, shut up, not at all. How have you not heard of us? Trish said with a frown, prompting me to wonder if she had forgotten that Olivia and I only started. Why? We sure you started yesterday, but we're called Firm Drama. She confidently introduced the band. The band. We started it last semester, and we've been doing great so far. What do you mean, Salamander? Please tell me. Please, please. I just wanna smell and taste that beautiful, beautiful vindication. I'm gonna spit on my screen at some point.
Hey, yeah.
Reed seemed to reminisce.
As long as you don't count, that little future incident.
Reed, La Banda, the band, La Banda. Trish warned, the Velociraptor flinching before turning back to his tablet.
Anyways, check it. I've been recording some of our practices.
Your practice sessions. Just call them sessions, call them jams, call them jazzes. I braced myself for what's to come. He pressed play, poor recording quality doing extremely little to hide. Just how awful two basses could sound if not properly used, devolving into unintelligible tinnitus. Am I better than food, or is the fic better than food? My man, you meant unintelligible tinnitus. However, I do like the term unintelligible tinnitus. That's so harsh. Sometimes. And that brought memories back, as I thought of that night. Prom night, back at summer camp. Why did I bury my ferret on summer camp? I blink away my distant eyes as Reed paused the recording. Trish looking at me expectantly, and even Fang lowered her phone to get a look. The amber eyes obviously looking with anxiousness. Edible food? Ugh. Get a load of this, normie. Great. Alright. Trish proclaimed with an open smile as I steadied my mouth with a cough, opening it to speak. Not to be rude, but maybe see if I could slightly pry the subject regarding 2 guitars. It doesn't sound very good. My eyes widened, turning to Olivia, who has basically gone for the throat. It doesn't sound good at all. Reed looked unconcerned and rather willing to take criticism, but Trish looked furious. Teeth gritted, her snout wrinkled, eyes clenched and flexing sexily. I didn't even know you could have abs on your eyes.
Well, I wasn't. I had less hurtful tinnitus when I got isekai to World War I trenches before getting back here. It can't be that bad.
No, that's not an isekai. That's just what the Russians write about. The Russians have a lot of isekai. Have an isekai genre. It's just Russian goes back to old history. Imagine reliving your life, dealing with your past memories, and figuring out what to do in the second chance, just to listen to the same shitty band recording twice. Oh no! Why am I torturing myself? Again, the big problem with ending one is that the whole problem can be fixed if Anon never gets involved. I guess. A thing worth noting is that the reason Fang gets that bad is because Anon says a lot of stuff. He is the trigger moment as far as I'm concerned. So if you take Anon out of the equation, yes, Fang had a really bad night, but not shooting the school bad. Which is my problem with the ending, is that if you want to fix it, just kill Anon. I really looked okay. Fang, on the other... Claws are your nails. They are not your hands or fingers. Actually looked surprised... Although... I would like to point out this guy seems to have used claw in both the sense of fingers and hands and palms and everything else. I actually looked rather surprised instead of pissed. As if unexpected that someone had the guts to say something outright. Amber eyes blinking rapidly at Olivia while Trish continued her growling. Not gonna lie, Russian isekais are good. I did read a couple of them after seeing a meme about them. Third go around is gonna be wild with it. Yeah, you think Anna would have gotten some problems regarding getting shot and physical violence, anything, but no, don't worry about it. This is a cope fic. Anon is the GOAT. He can do no wrong. He can beat up guys twice his size. He can jump buildings in a single bound. His telescopic ears can hear a whispered conversation from across a parking lot. I heard the Russian isekais are a little bit too, they're a bit too nationalistic. But outside of that, hey, the idea is fucking neat. You can, conceptually, the idea is not bad, but I've said it 1,000 times. Ideas are cheap and easy. It's executions that are hard, and I haven't read them, so I can't really pass any judgment. Outside of that, it sounds like they often devolve into, pro-Russia garbage, but maybe if it's good written propaganda, it's still a good fucking written story, Just because Lord of the Rings has a big problem with orcs doesn't mean it's not a good story. I'm just saying. Care to elaborate on that? Yeah, I've seen the covers. They do go very hard. Ugh. They are fantastic. Sure. And then the Baryonyx elaborated. Okay, I was about to freak out. But then I remembered. I was gonna say, why would Olivia know about music? She's an artist with pencil. But then I realized, in Wani Gator, Olivia is a metalhead. She would know about music. So, retracted the statement I didn't make. There is a valid way for this to work. If we consider Olivia to be considered incarnation. Man, I would love it if someone would post some of those links, but I'm afraid you can't do that without, special super permission or something. YouTube is really weird like that. You could send some titles, and then I could look those titles up and get the book covers. Going back to ancient Egypt over the Pharaoh. I mean, like I said, the idea fucking cracks me up already. The infamous Snoot Fic did it better with the fighting and trauma. Huh?
It sounds too heavy. I can barely hear the rhythm. And the rhythm...
Okay. You're talking about harmony and melody, not rhythm. Rhythm is the BPM. That's melody. But whatever. We're not going to get too much into it. We're not going to get into it. What matters is that it works as a concept.
And any rhythm is completely off key because it's just too low. It doesn't sound right with two basses. In fact, why did you go with two basses?
Reed shrugged.
I just thought it was cool, you know, unique and stuff.
And it's monetizable. Trish harumph. Ah, I love the verb harumph. I love harumph. That's a great verb. Crossing her arms. Besides, you just don't get it. Probably don't even play anything. The Triceratops almost seemed panicked at her own... Not that I'm insinuating... So Nasser and Trish both make the mistake of like, your legs don't work, so your hands don't either. The infamous game series based in Snoot Game is... Wait, what? Oh, the infamous game series? Like the Lightning Boy? Why must you fucking tempt me? I don't need these distractions, okay? Is it infamous Fallen Return? Oh my god, I love that it's like, hey, if you're new to the old series of Infamous, please stop. The book will talk about things you won't understand. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Fuck it, I'm adding this to the list. This sounds exactly like the kind of bullshit I want to deal with. Hell yeah! Listen, I know that a lot of fanfic writers write random-ass garbage, but I want stupid random-ass garbage. Like, yes, this fic so far has been kind of fucking garbo in the bad way, but crossovers, you have my attention. It's added to the list. Okay, let's move on. Tonight's a good night. I've got a feeling that tonight was a good night. Because it already happened. Not that I'm insinuating it's your ability to walk as a diet. Oh my... That is so much worse! Not that your inability to walk as a human being. Holy shit! You got the #1 Snoot Fic rating. Like I said, you're the fucking wise old man. You know everything. You got a blue party hat and everything. Gonna tell me that it's dangerous to go alone and then you give me a shitty sword. Hell yeah. I'm game. Olivia rolled her eyes.
Maybe you're right.
She turned to me.
Then in that case, you should listen to Anon. He can give you some pointers.
Oh yeah, Anon also plays guitar, right? I completely forgot that Anon plays an instrument. All the eyes were upon me. Reed blinking as Trish sneered, and Fang, they were piercing, walking the fine line between predatory and curiosity. No, predatory and curious. It's predatory and curious. He is predatory, he is curious. You dumbass. Like, you would only make this mistake if you don't know that the Y isn't the thing that does it, you know? As if seeing right through me, her snout closed, you could tease staring, not a single clue what she was thinking. Oh, that actually means that Anon leaving the thing last time actually makes sense, because it meant that he didn't have to play an instrument. It almost made me tremble before Trish spoke up. What the hell would you know about music? Managing to ignore Fang's eyes, they were burrowing into those hands. I looked at Trish. Grandkids never visit, but I got Gator. Presumably a dinosaur of the thickness. What? I'm terrified. Please, stop scaring me. By the way, people who are used to me having streams on Saturdays, we're not having a stream on Saturday. I have priorly arranged engagements that are going to get in the way a lot. That may or may not involve cheese fondue. It might, but it also might not. I stopped, noticing Naomi was arriving, so Fang blinked. She followed my gaze and figured out what was going on, returned to a phone as she grumbled a warning. Naomi at 12 o'clock. Trish's head shot up like an alert animal as Reed gave a friendly smile at the approaching pink parallel. Never did I think I'd be so relieved to see Naomi, even if she was probably holding Nasa somewhere on a collar on the task so that he could continue avoiding us. But that relief didn't last long because she was briefly caught frowning at the trio. Hello, you three. She then turned and looked at Olivia and me with a fake cheerful. Hello, Olivia! And then that frown returns. Have you two seen Nasser? That threw me for a loop. My green eye stuck on a blinking cycle. Not at all, actually. Nasser wasn't with Naomi? Then where the hell was he? And what was he doing? Olivia seemed surprised by that news as well, since she opened her snout to ask. Since she opened her mouth to ask, only for Naomi to disregard her, asking the trio next, "What about you three?" "Nope, no idea. Sorry," Reed said with an earnest shrug. "Yeah," Trish smoothly agreed. "And even if we know, what makes you think we'd tell?" Fang didn't even look up from her phone as she answered. Like I'd give a shit about that fucked wing return. Olivia's tail struck the ground with the force of a sledgehammer, the entire table rumbling as plates and silverware clattered loudly. Olivia, the card pays for food, not for the silverware, or the porcelain, or the fine china, putting the entire table conversation on at pause, because everything pauses all the damn time. We got conflict. Let's go. Hold on. There's a very specific thing that I wish to play for this. Let me see if I can find it. Is this it? Something's happening! Thank you. She then... Oh, wait. And she looked angry. Angrier than I'd ever seen her before. She then disengaged to move. Oh, no. All I could do was watch in abject horror as she rolled straight up to Fang, pterodactyl lowering her phone in confusion. Olivia spoke. Don't call him that. Do not refer to him as that. You swit. You Ennoir. Fang blinks uninterestedly. Oh. No, sir. Don't call him that. I was unable to keep the grimace from my snout. What grimace? Naomi blinking at the exchange as Trish and Reed watched with startled gazes. I was going to go with glances. Christ, why is... Because I voiced Naomi like this. She's so excited to be here. Hi, how are you doing, Salamander? Would you like to see the school? I can get you a lunch card. Hi. Kind of got a Kirby vibe to it, really. Pollo. Fang seemed to parse Olivia's words, using a regex expression that I taught her a bit ago. Anon, for fuck's sake! Regex is regular expression! There are no regex expressions! Oh my god, it's like calling an ATM machine! What's wrong with you, Olivia? I don't know, I'm just irrationally angry right now. What do you even know what regex means? I visit nerd forums. AI's gonna take my goddamn job, I better know about it. Fang seemed to parse Olivia's words before she frowned quite unpleasantly. Screw off, she growled, returning to her phone. I can call him whatever I want. Olivia's snout wrinkled, her sharp teeth gritted as she Why is she looking at you? Why is she looking at you? And then, what's her problem? Why are you asking him? There are two other people at the table who know way better than you do. And everything just stopped. Although, I would honestly, if there is a plot point, if there is a plot point that someone knows. This is a fantastically subtle reveal. But it's not, so you don't get the points. Sorry. And everything just stopped. The entire cafeteria falling into total silence. Even spotted Stella watching us from a nearby pillar, hand over her mouth in shock. Most of the nearby tables were now also looking our way, understanding of the shitstorm that we were the center of. The shitstorm is not about to occur, Anon. It's in progress. Pay attention to the weather warnings. Her? Oh, I missed that part. Fuck. Olivia turned back, noticing how Fang was getting up from her seat. Fang's pretty tall, especially with the wings. Can you not see? Excuse me. Are you the baddies? That's such a bad joke. Hold on. If we're doing boss music, we're doing... I mean, I'm kind of risking a copyright claim on this, but... you know what? Fuck it. We'll do Slarpica. I know they're pretty chill about this. Beast Bash will work. Why do I hear boss music? Why does YouTube do this so often that I type in a thing and it does a thing and then it opens a whole separate video? Like, YouTube is so busted of late. I don't know what it is. I could go for a Gametta's mix, but I think you should just visit this fucking channel and watch it already. Okay, that's Transform. That's the big boss theme, and I don't want to... You know what? We can do both. We can do both. We can do Transform and Beast Bash. Let's do Beast. Olivia looked Fang up and down before shaking her head. Not much. Holy fuck! I'd falsely assumed it played like my past life, only to realize Olivia had no movement in her legs and no shits to give. Fang looked even more pissed at the insult, angelic wings spreading in aggravation. Why are you calling them angelic in this context? That's a weird thing to do. Trish and Reed staring wide-eyed. I am non-binary. I don't care, Olivia responded, arms crossed and tone flat, with a dangerous edge to it. How can you expect others to treat you with respect when you can't even respect your own goddamn brother? Oh no, the boss music's amping up. Fang then lunged, slamming both claws into the armrests of Olivia's wheelchair. And what the fuck does a cripple know about respect? I stood up quickly, realizing if nobody stepped in, then someone was going to get clawed. Trish unhelpfully dejecting. Perhaps diffusing once she had realized how bad the optics of the situation looked. A few tables continued to glare at us. Oh, well, Olivia. Olivia, if you want to avoid these types of situations, you should use Fang's pronouns of they, them, and... Tell they, them to get their claws off of my armrest. Those are my pronouns. Me, my. Olivia, those are first-person pronouns, those don't count. Oh, fuck! Her tone was low, staring Fang dead in the eye. Both claws atop her wheels and ready to drive it forward. You're gonna get arrested for assault, Olivia. Or I'm about to turn those shins into was-were. I mean, I've seen that joke 1,000 times, so you're not getting points, sorry. Finally, Reed and I stepped in before any threats were made good on. Fuck it. Fuck it. We're gonna put on. You know what? Let's put on. I really like Shadow Lord. It's a really good song. I should really continue playing Near Replicant. It's neat. I don't want to play Near Replicant with the young guy. I want to play with the old dad. I want the dad. Play Great Hearts, Great Wolf Sith. You know what? Why not? If we got suggestions, we'll go for it. Actually, not even familiar with much of Dark Souls because every single time I watch a Dark Souls, it's edited and people are talking. Olivia, please! You're not allowed to have 2 boss fights phases! You're just a mini-boss! To hell I am! Finally, Reed and I stepped in before any threats were made good on. The Velociraptor... Oh, hold on, it's a bit loud. The Velociraptor gently grasping Fang's wrist and detaching them from the... Come on, Fang, just chill.
Pterodactyl wrestled from his grasp, still looking down at Olivia with a snarl. Teeth bared and body still poised to swoop down and inflict some winged frenzy. Well, this is kind of neat. Yeah, this is a neat one. Second feint. Her legs still don't work! Oh man, I'm thinking of Fear and Hunger. Hold on. So, Olivia... Oh yeah, there is an Olivia in Fear and Hunger. I wonder if that's related. But, in Fear and Hunger, there is a... yeah, you value my privacy, fuck off. There is Olivia. And she's in a wheelchair. And she also has a... Oh shit, I got fucked up form. And when she's fucked up... Hold on. Where can I find her fucked up form? Where's her moon scorched form? Mechanical Dance. Mechanical... Ah, I love Mechanical Dance. She is like, I'm an abomination, I'm part machine. Oh, it's so good. It's so neat that the character... Also, that design is just fucking awesome. Like, the bottom section is just Pyramid Head. And then she has those long-ass arms that are... it's so good! Makes me want to beat the shit out of myself. The soil of the body is still fertile enough for soils to grow. The kicks to the hull cause the thing to sound with an awful... If Don is in the party... Dang. You can't eat machinery. There are no organs to harvest. Besides its head, it seems that nothing is organic. Only her head! Only her head. Only considers her head to be... so good. Anyway, I'm going to play Transform because it's just... That's so fun. It's a good final song, though, for a boss fight. Especially the part that's 64 seconds is really nice, because it does that thing where the music falls quiet. Songs to beat up Gatu with your boy, Safi Crook. Get your God slaying sticks out, kiddos. Olivia, the pterodactyl wrestled from his grasp, still peering down at him. Olivia simply sat there as I placed a gentle claw on her shoulder, feeling the anger radiate through her. She crossed her arms and stooped her head low, shooting Fang, that scrutinizing gaze she was known for, making her seem akin to some gator waiting in the shallow water ready to drown and catch some unfortunate creature in the death. A few giggles sounded off, Fang finally looking away from Olivia. Well, what the heck is so funny? Dating myself and... The Fear and Hunger Snoot Fic. The Silent Hill one will have to do. This is a Silent Hill one? I didn't even know that was happening. What a weird thing to cross-combine. What the hell would it... What the hell was that guy thinking? Fucking weirdo. I do a Fear and Hunger one, but... I don't really feel like... I don't really feel like writing about penises that much at the moment, so... I couldn't do it justice. I do like heads that float around and blow shit up, though, and get blown up by God. That's great. I'm all about that. You got owned by a cripple. Oh shit, she's reclaiming it. Laughter burst out, and it shamed me to think that in my past life, when I first started at Volcano High, I would have been one of those laughing voices. So content with this ridiculing and mocking from the sidelines. But now, nothing about this was funny, as Fang gave the finger, snarling as Olivia and I silently watched. Oh, fuck all of you. You can all go fucking die. And then stomped off, Reed and Trish following anxiously as they desperately tried to call out to her, but no avail. There's a mod that gatorizes... No, that is so goofy. I can't believe this wheelchair girl turned into another wheelchair girl. Oh shit. The playback failed, so we have to pick a new song. It's a bit too calm for what we're doing, but whatever. I wanted to call out too, but my claw tense in Olivia's shoulder. How could I at this moment?
Perhaps Stella was right, because it really did feel like I had shitty luck. But I didn't dwell on that. I looked down at Olivia, still staring. Olivia, who was still staring where Fang had left, still with that same strong stare. Before she finally relented, slowly let out a heavy sigh as she sunk into her chair, gently placing a claw by her shoulder and over my own. There's Diva from GT2 Overture. Fuck it, let's look it up. Oh, that's just kind of neat. That's neat. Let's go a little bit ahead and see what we're getting. Oh shit! It does the guitar. That sounds like something fun to listen to later. Let's turn on to Swagger. I haven't swaggered in a bit. Or West Coast kicked it. For some reason, this song is like very much the base song of this game at points. Actually, no, Skin Row Soul works perfectly because we're in a low moment. But I didn't dwell on that. Okay. I messed up. I looked over her, giving attention as she continued. Shouldn't have gotten angry like that. She closed her eyes and shook her head. I shouldn't have gotten in a fight with her and, fuck. She looked up at me. Messed up, she repeated solemnly. I took a moment to think, get my words together. I'm not gonna say that what you felt was wrong. It's alright to get angry. But you were also right that it wasn't the way to go about it, Olivia. Fang obviously isn't on good terms with the brother. I looked to where Fang had exited the room. The entrance of the corridor now empty. That's Nasa's battle to fight. Not yours. Speaking of which, I remembered that Naomi was here, seeing a distant gaze on her face, noticing how envious it looked for some reason as I spoke up. Hey, Naomi, you have any idea where Nasa might be? She blinked and shook her head. No, she frowned as if blaming us. But I'll continue to try to find him alone. Naomi left. That was just Olivia and I guess Stella to an extent. Standing in the background and frantically pointing at the reversed wheel fortune card in her hand. Yeah, I know, thank you, Stella! I think we might as well finish this up in one and call it a quit. The last period arrived. Most students weren't even here yet. It was far earlier than the lesson could even start. Having brought a change of PE clothes, I looked in the mirror of the locker room. 21 on the back of my black PE shirt is just at the hem of my shorts. Now fully prepared, I exited the room, finding Olivia waiting for me in a kit. White shirt having replaced her hoodie, number concealed behind her cheek. You put yours on? I asked. She shrugs. I figured it might as well. She admitted with a shrug before turning around. It's a lot of shrugging she's doing. Yeah, she already started shrugging. Why are you specifying this twice? Before turning around, that was 7 on the back of her shirt. Never know. Fair. The two of us entered the gymnasium. To see barely anyone there except a few students. The only standout being a gray-colored dinosaur wearing a red beanie. She tilted her head right. Would that count as a Puppet Pal character? Because I think I know who they're talking about. I need my hepatitis to function. Fun drinking. Listen, Salamander, you can do it with Snout. Oh, well, hold on. I have a little list. We have Smile, Claw, Pierce, Snout, Paws, and a Raised Eye. But that one, I don't know if I'm going to count that one for long. That was just a weird thing last time. So that was why I was here. The door suddenly slammed open as a small group of jocks entered, led by a Megalodon wearing a pair of red goggle shades. Yo! Wait. Yo! First lesson up here, yeah, let's fucking go! They cheered as Olivia raised an eye. Oh, she's raising eyes. Who are they? My guess, they're just the jocks. Wait, that Megalodon. You don't know. You don't think that's Chet, do you? Chet? Wait a minute. Olivia wondered before her eyes widened. Megalodon, I was supposed to come to Meteor Ball with Nas. Chet, or who we assumed to be seeing there, as there were no other Megalodons we knew of at school, then turned to the door. Jonas, what are you sluggish for? Come on, dude! What is the Stephen King drinking game? Please enlighten me, because I have not heard that one. Nasser entered, shaking his head as he looked down, distracted by his thoughts. Freezing when he noticed Olivia's eyes, are golden, his deep, luscious golden eyes wide. I could feel the baryonyx shirk from his gaze, but not me. I kept looking him right in the eye. Stop that! Unable to keep a frown from my face, and a gritted smile from my snout, the type that made look one made when they were happy pissed. I was more pissed than happy. Pissed he'd avoid. It's been 1 day! What are you talking about? It's been 1 day. Ghosting someone for 1 day is perfectly fine. You dingus. Oh no, I couldn't see my friend, my not girlfriend or boyfriend, but just my friend for all day. Ah! What is the menacing sound anyway? Go? Wait, it's just go? Or just go? Are you ready to go? Are you ready to go? Are you ready to go? Let go. Let go. Let go. Hold on, I'm getting distracted. Menacingly. Admittedly, I said before that I hate this shit, but it's fine, because Anon's a fucking dork in this context. Hey, NASA, I greeted with remaining the calm and reasonableness. I think we missed you today. Neat. Cool. Yeah, cool. Cool. Let's look at the next chapter, because I'm pissed. I'm pissed in vinegar. Anything interesting in the comments? I mean, hey, we're getting some tension. Some shit is happening. Holy crap. You might have noticed I stopped being so angy as things started to actually fucking happen for once. So I got distracted by something happening, which is what books are all about. Man, I still don't know what I'm going to do once Ranger in the Fog is done. What am I supposed to do? I have ideas, but I don't know which one to pick. My hands are full of ideas. But so many of them take so much time. Okay, let's take a look at the next chapter. Nasser acted if she hadn't heard me. Notable. The blue scale tour of a source of... Wait a minute, isn't that just the guy from the other one? He has a prosthetic claw. Whatever. We got meat more. Isn't that some kind of vegetable? Apparently we got Mr. Boomstick. He has a loud stick. Racist remarks, an antagonist without any redeeming qualities. You know, I like how this guy's getting fan art. I mean, good for him, right? I'm not jealous. What are you talking about? A disabled kid with magic powers. You know, I might have lost all my arms and legs, but Stephen King did give me some cool magic powers. I still feel that Sage's design is a bit messy without the hat. The hat really pulls it together. We're getting some more fan art that's in the middle of writing. Wait, is this whole fucking thing just the dodgeball? Because it starts off with that. I don't even know what's going on. Anon's World, however. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about this. We'll see where we are when we get there. Someone went to the hospital playing it. I mean, that's dedication to the craft, my man. Can you blame them? I think we're done for today. Next week, I guess we'll do chapter 14, was it? Yeah, chapter 15, sorry. Anon's World. We're making a lot of progress, which is to say that we are getting... we're about at least halfway through, 2/3 maybe. We're making headway. Jesus. I'll be honest, I can't wait to start reading another fic. Like, I don't care if it's qualitatively better, but the fact that this guy makes like one or two precise mistakes and none other is a bit boring. Also, the writing is a bit sloppy. I want some different kind of fucked up. My throat hurts, though. Got a little wow-wow there. Okay, so we're done. Like I said, we're gonna do the next chapter next time. I like the Wanna Be the Gator. I mean, I'm all for doing like a one-shot, something else, something a little different, switching it up, that kind of stuff. Otherwise, I don't know, man. We got no links today. That's why my brain is getting so caught up. Usually we have like some links to look at or something to talk about, but I guess we really don't. I already did the thing this morning with the at the beginning with the. What was it called? The bingo. A sexy game of bingo. It wasn't sexy bingo, but it was a sexy game of bingo. Man, the song just makes me mellow out, man. Just chill, man. Sorry, I'm reading the Fear and Hunger wiki. Every time I go to this place, it's like TV tropes. I just get sucked in. The fucking... Whoa! Easy there, buddy. Just clicking pictures. Wait, who the fuck is Kalev? You can have a goat on your team? Dang. That's pretty cool, though. I don't recall that one. Black Kalev in the party. Black Kalev is a potential party member. But shit, you can even like draw on him and stuff. The god sigil's neat. Probably a replacement for, what was it called again? Moonless. Yeah, I fucking love Moonless. That design of Moonless is so cool. He might be based on the devil. The devil's in my party! Yay! Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Hold on. Satan joined your party! Wow! Great! Satan can send the damned to hell. Just ask him nicely. You can also damn people, so he's a shortcut. But it takes 2 turns to set up, so it might not be worth it. Marina's afraid of Kalev. Black Phillip. Horror movie The Witch. What? Estonian. Means giant or strong tall man, which Kalev is if the player goes by the wife's words of his girth, being twice the size of the woodsman's girth, or if the player refers to him. Oh. When a player first encounters the men in black in the basement, they are prompted with dialogue choice asking whether or not they believe in the darkness. Player is given the somewhat comedic option to say, I believe in a thing called love. The man in black. Oh, that's the goat. Sometimes the goat is a guy. That's just weird, man. Goats can't be people. He's more than a man they've ever been. Twice the size, in fact. The woodsman's wife has some fucking sass. If the player takes the time to sculpt 12 clay figures that are present in Rur's alternate realms, 7 in the wood house. His human form will appear and share some information about the sulfur god. What a nice guy. He's just giving us some little chit-chats, you know, down by the... Carving an idol of yourself, I see. Humanity and their endless yearning. I stood next to you, O celebrated Christ, the the Ascended One, as he carved his idol. To condense his true essence, he carved that macabre being from the depths of his subconscious to confront the shadow, the unknowable, the imperfection that obstructed his pursuits of absolution. As one, the Ascended became two. That was when humanity finally reached the heights it always strived for. Only it was not the two gods that mankind yearned for now, was it? The other one had been dug deep from within your subconscious. It had just been sent back as... What? It had to... Oh. If one had been dug deep within Alma's consciousness, it had to be sent just as deep so it wouldn't obstruct the newfound order. Cast away so true absolution couldn't be reached. Cast away deep, all the way down to the sulphuric pits. But which was the one that got cast away? The conscious or the subconscious of the Ascended One? If you continue carving idol big enough to rival the old order, you won't know which side of you prevails. Could just be well you get squashed as your shadow. Okay, so this is a fun thing. I did hear about a theory that Almer didn't become a god. The sulfur god is Almer, and, you know... No, it's not the sulfur god, it's the sulfuric god, right? Oh no, it's just a sulfur god. I'm a little silly. But the sulfur god is either Almer or is subconscious. I like the idea that, like, you got the bad guy. You got the bad one! He is implied to be an ascended god. By virtue of being conceived, Almer is ascended in his subconscious. Hatred-filled parts were cast into the sulfur pits. Into hell! Just call it heck! He cast into heck! All the way into hecky. It is said... Love how that's a link. Man, I like Fear and Hunger. It's just such a neat game with its own little funny lore and interpretations and cool stuff. Ascended gods are on par with the old gods of power, believe that they were once more to possess divine ancestry and underwent an ascension process. Oh yeah. Because the old gods are silly. The old gods are just like, yeah, you got a couple of days to get up, be a big cool man. Oh no, the new gods, that's the one. The old gods are the cool gods, but the new gods are like, they got to sit on a big chair, and then everyone was like, yeah, well, you're lame. See you later. What such a neat setting. I just like it so much. They sit at a table, you can ask them a question, and like, yep, see you later, buddy. For devotion for one of the gods, you get a literal goat. Fuck yeah, I have Discord, yes. But like I said, my Discord is not for any purposes. It has no use case. Why the hell am I still recording, Safi? Should have stopped that minutes ago. Yabingus. There you go. Stream can keep going, but the recordings cannot. I like how you bring up Signalis, because someone just said a Signalis, which like Signalis fans and Arcane fans, and they have an unhealthy obsession with the lesbian couple fucking. I need to work. I need to work on that Ranger thing, because I'm very close to finishing the final pass, and I can put it up, and then I can just put my author's note, and that can take however the fuck long I want. It's mostly done anyway. Someone I know is still feeling Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry... Okay, Giz. If you have the head when meeting them, he turns one of them into bacon. Bacon! You are off the record to say... I mean, it's still going to go up on the stream and everything. Who is the head again? I forget his name. It's like a big name. Or maybe I'm just fucked up. Listen, when I type in floating head, I don't want the big spooky magic casting head. I want Nasra! He makes bacon! Place of birth. The Void. Reborn as a new god. Oh, he's a new god. I always forget that part. I like him, though. I mean, would I give him pat-pats? You never know. My Yasma event. Oh, yeah. It's the sword with the funny eyeball. Man, Fear and Hunger 1 is such goofy deaths. You crawl over the floor and he summons a big boy! How about you summon me a nice big guy, buddy? Summon me a nice big boy. Doesn't need to eat, meaning the hunger mechanic doesn't apply to him. Hell yeah, cannot die! I think he has like a big problem where you can't take him too far or something. Forgot what it was. After the players shooting a phone prompts a warning from Nasra. After a moment of quietude, hell yeah. Attention will change in nothing. Will not follow the player to a higher plane, having already made the mistake once. You can also fight the god of like putting people together and turn them into one person. Literally. God says flesh is marriage, and they took it a little too seriously. And Armor was like, please stop. Where's the bacon? He gets turned into bacon, or he is bacon in that game. That much I know. In Fear and Hunger 2, he got turned into an item. I gotta say, that's a bit of a downgrade. I know that he isn't like a cool guy in the second game. And the dialogue is just the game. The first game. Not even only the second game. Reason. Someone put in reason. Don't do that to me. I don't even know what that is, but I do like that big goat guy that he summons down. The Fear and Hunger's art is just fantastic. It really feels like you're looking at gross, disgusting things that are about to fuck you up. That's all you need, buddy. Although Nasra might be very old to know a lot of stuff, he is an arrogant asshole. Of course he is. Oh, here's the dialogue for that one. Man, I love this guy. He's so rude. Kaiser. He is the reason we are here, my pupil. Imagine that, all this effort for this little chicken shit with delusions of grandeur. The terror of the modern man is here to exact his revenge. Call him a bastard, baby. Do it! Like this guy! If you have come to witness the birth of a new era, do it! The only time this spineless shit can stand up straight is when I ravage him from behind. Call him a bastard, baby! Do it! Come on! Call him maggot scum! I love how Nasra's like just interrupting this guy's fucking monologue, being a jerk. Ah. Ah, it's so good. What more do you want from a beheaded wizard? Mmm.
We cannot control the world laid down by primordial forces, but we can build a new one.
Oh yeah, because I'm pretty sure the game is like about building a machine god or something silly like that. I don't know. The lore in this is so big, and my brain is just small, and it takes so much work to find anything.
I have to hand it to you. That's a clever ploy. You found a way, created a universal concept shared by all of mankind. If I didn't detest every fire of your being, I might even wait to see where this leads.
But I can't have a rectal extension like yourself leading us to jack shit. This man has the best lines in the universe.
What bullshit? What do they teach kids these days?
Oh. Oh man. I formed the Yansar out of spite. Smack those bastards off of their high horses by showing I can do their bullshit better. Oh. God. His lines, every one of them. Oh. Considering what the game is. I love how this game has a circle in it. Like some guy who made the game big. There's just a random circle in it. Can you even do that? Isn't circle a closed species? You can't just put a circle in your video game. That's a closed species. Or it was supposed to be. I mean, you can't close a species because that's not how copyright or patent law technically works. But man, they even included the whole section. They're not shark-shaped, they're cheese wedge shaped. If you take a wedge out of cheese, you can complete their head. And you get like a Tetris, basically. However, Miro admitted that several of Rancid's original concepts were scrapped after reaching out to Vilius' creators by their request, as to respect the original vision. Ah! In the real world, circles are fictional! What do you mean, in the real world? After initially name-dropping the species in Fear and Hunger with the Circle Spear, where it was nothing more than a simple homage to the YouTuber Neko the Circle, Miro Havrin found the concept of further developing too interesting. Rancid was not at all inspired by their original. So that's just silly. What the hell? I like it though. Rancid's proper name, Mataneko Kone Magnificat. Rotten Machine Magnifies. Rotten Machine God. I mean, that's kind of what he is. He is Rancid, and he just come a little bit out of nowhere. I like him, though. You can get his head. Rancid's head. Where is it? Where is it in this big-ass list? Bum 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 bum. Da 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 da. The head of Rancid Circle. Not even Rancid the Circle. That's just mean. At the time the spear was added, Miro had no idea the circle was a fictional species. That's just funny. History is full of funny moments like that, man. Jesus. Looks like an animal sword. It definitely was never human. You never said anything like it before, though. Maybe it's a Bigfoot. Dan, thank you. What more do you want? One for each arm. One spear for each arm. Who needs more? Is it even a good spear? I don't even know if it's a good spear. I never played the game. I just watched a whole bunch of lore videos and got overwhelmed. Nasra has something to say about them. The creature's a circle.
Usually they're more intelligent, but I've heard cases where the map slowly deteriorates their sanity in certain circumstances. This Looney seems to be one of them.
Neat. My blood is rushing wild. Round two. See the spear? Very similar to that half-god over there. Who? Ikutuso? This is oh, Jesus. It's like I said, man, you just go in here and you just get fucking caught up in everything. If the pair finds it on day 3 after defeating Rancet the Circle for the first time, he'll be dead and decapitated. Interacting with the corpse, making an appearance. Oh. Is it time yet? What the hell? Oh, he's waiting for the old god. They got some really cool designs in that one. I like the owl guys, but apparently they can just fucking kill you with their pecs. Little jerks. Meets the old god, calls them maggots, burns one of them to cinder, leaves. Does not explain, other than the loud yelling he did. Nasha on the based one. Talking soft, crispy, and heartbreaking stuff. Heading out. Pleasure to join the stream. Man, I forgot to say goodbye to Salamander! Well, I hope Salamander has a good time and shows up later as well. I need to wind down. Especially since I'll just get stuck in this forever and it'll be like 1 a.m. I keep forgetting, what the fuck is the rot? Because this is like a state every character has a design for. Rot. Here we go. Rot. God affinity skill. Requires 1 rev point. Oh, reduces torso HP, which is like their big actual hit point pool. They got limbs and stuff, but you gotta hit the torso to fuck them up proper. Janitor. The villager. I like how the villager just stains on their shirt, because you can't see the actual rotting. That's so neat. Rot is a usable skill that deals 5 otherworldly damage to 1 random target that reduces the max SP of the enemy torso, costing 10, 20 mind, and 1 rev point. What the fuck is a rev point? Oh, yeah, it's the... Yeah, revving up. After combat ends with 0. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. It's a way to make combat go faster. It's all about the combat, combat, combat. Can you make Kaiser? I love all the irrational obelisk, which is just a fucking pile of shirts. I forgot what it's for. I think you can, like, use it for something. Possible to farm body points by using the Leechmonger, yeah. Shiver attack will almost certainly give you panophobia. The Pinecone Pig will not trigger in battle against the irrational obelisk. What a fucking sentence to make. I forgot what the Pinecone Pig even does. It drops stuff, right? Your very own Pinecone Pig. It's an old traditional children's trinket from the northern lands of Oldegard. You can craft one by attaching 4 sticks. Grants a chance to receive a random item at the start of battle. Lovely. I forgot about the beekeeper. Can't believe he has a bee in his penis. Ugh, man, I love these designs. The Crimson Father. Belland, that's just a penis. The Elite Trooper. The Flame Trooper. Kaiser,